DP World reliably moves 190,000 containers across 74 countries to ensure a smooth supply chain, transcending borders and barriers to change what's possible and connect worlds.
Similarly, our squad consists of international players from across the world who come together to perform at the highest level. So today, we are going to discuss how we adapt to challenges in cricket and ultimately deliver smart performance. In today's fast-moving game of cricket, how do you adapt yourself for different pitches and weather conditions in India as compared to other parts of the world?
I think that's the beauty of the game, that you can get so many different pitches all over the world in one country and in multiple countries. You just have to adapt as a cricketer. I've been blessed and lucky enough to have played all over the world, and I think it's been my fourth or fifth time to India, so by now you know what to expect, which makes it a little bit easier, but I think it's just about adapting.
So like there are challenges in the supply chain, what's the biggest tactical difference between playing in India and Australia?
I think I'd probably say obviously there's a lot faster wickets in Oz. As a whole, you can use the pace a lot more. From watching games here and practicing on pitches here, it's just giving yourself that little bit more time and sticking to your strengths.
So how do you approach batting or bowling in high pressure situations in front of passionate Indian crowds?
I think with how the women's game have grown, we've gotten more used to playing in front of these big crowds. So yeah, you kind of just forget about them. You just focus on what you have to do. It's even better when they're shouting for your team. A little bit harder when they are against you. But no, I think it's if you are focused on what you're supposed to do, you don't actually even hear them.
So how do you as one team aim at excelling and finding smart solutions despite diversity in language and training styles in the team?
I think, again, that's the beauty of the game. You want, like we have different people, you want different skill sets, and if everyone does their job on the day, ultimately your team will win. So I always feel like a variety in people and their skills and what they do and what they bring to the team is what makes a good team.
Logistics and cricket rely on smart partnerships. What are the most similar traits you've seen between Indian women cricketers and yourself when you share the dressing room with them?
That's a tricky one, but I would say, like everybody hates winning and losing the same, or loves winning and hates losing the same. I think when you play such a competitive high-level sport, of any sport, but cricket especially being so individual as well as in a team group, I think everybody looks at themselves and sees where they could do better, a lot more to win for the team, as well as, yeah, I guess just that feeling of losing altogether.
So how does the Women's Premier League compare to other T20 leagues?
I think we've been waiting for so many years for the Women's Premier League to finally start. That now that it's here, you've heard from the male counterparts how brilliant the IPL is, and to be here and experience it for yourself, just the crowds, the way you are treated, being a part of the Delhi Capitals family as a whole, it's an amazing competition, and I can only see it growing from strength to strength.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I'd probably agree with Tappy a bit. Like the WPL is sold more of a whole package deal, I would say, than probably just what cricket is in another country, or just a cricket tournament in another country. That when you get the family feel and the love of the game from everybody around you all of the time, you know, the flags in the hallways and whatnot, that you just don't really see anywhere else. Definitely just little things like that stand out or make you feel like you're certainly an important person in the world.
So what, according to you both, needs to change even more for women's cricket to go beyond boundaries and change what's possible for female cricketers everywhere?
I think it's probably still, in general, the mindset of some people when they look at women's sport. They love comparing women's sport to men's sport, and I feel sometimes they expect us to bowl the same speed as men or hit the ball as far as the men do, where you would never take a tennis player and make a female and a man play against each other. So I think it's just a mindset thing. We've seen the skills that the girls have. They might not be as quick as the men, but skill-wise, moving the ball, spinning the ball, they are up there. So I think it's definitely just a mindset thing.
I think a lot of it probably is just continued investment in the game, not just from the big cricketing countries, but to build like a World Cup sports and things like that, you need obviously more than just a top 5 or 6, you need the top 10 to 20. So yeah, I think obviously it's getting there slowly, but everybody jumping on board in tournaments like this certainly help that.
Whether it's smart logistics or success on the cricket field, DP World and Delhi Capitals connect worlds to deliver smart performance. Smart logistics beyond boundaries.